Okay, welcome back to another episode of Third and 23. I'm your host, Alex, here to talk the second half of the divisional round. Bucks, Lions, Chiefs, Bills. Had another 1-1 start to the weekend. Um, Pretty confident in picking the Niners to cover that 9.5 yesterday. Didn't know Debo Samuel would go down, really early in the game. Um, Brock Purdy, man, he struggled without Debo in the regular season, if you guys remember that. He struggled in this game without Debo. Give him some credit, though. He did engineer that last touchdown drive to get him down the field and score the what basically was the game-winning touchdown to win 24-21. But we didn't cover that one. And then Ravens beat the Texans 34-10. That was kind of, went kind of how I expected it to go. I said C.J. Stroud and rookie quarterback going into those weather conditions, really cold out there. Was around 25 degrees at kickoff against Lamar Jackson in the #1 defense in the league. That was gonna be too much. Ravens won easy 34-10 and covered that 9.5. So 1-1. Let's just to be a real quick disclaimer. I was confident in making those two picks. Went 1-1 in. Today's a different story. If this was the regular season, this Bucks Lions game, I wouldn't touch it. This Chiefs Bills game, I probably really low stakes it. So just keep that in mind as I dive into these two games. So, anyways, getting into it, starting off with the Bucks and the Lions. So, Lions opens as a 6-point favorite. This line hasn't changed all week. It's remained at 6 points. Tampa Bay has a really strong passing game. If you guys have been watching this channel or if you've been watching Detroit play this year, you know the secondary is not any good. Everybody has been cooking the secondary as of late, including the regular season finale with Nick Mullins hitting deep shots on this Detroit secondary. So there's a real issue on the back end for Detroit. Now you're going against Baker Mayfield, who's sure he's a limited quarterback, but he's been playing well this season, and he's got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. He's got weapons to go downfield with. So I'm expecting to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers be able to hit some shots down the field against this Detroit Lions defense. Now, running the ball, I think Tampa Bay is going to probably be a one-dimensional team because Tampa Bay is one of the worst running offenses in the league. Rashad White has had a few moments there in the second half of the season, but they just don't give him the ball enough on the ground to be a focal point. And he's going against the Detroit Lions run defense that is pretty stout. So I don't see Tampa Bay running for many yards in this game. I think Tampa Bay's offense is going to be one-dimensional. Probably good. They're still going to be good at hitting some plays downfield, but just keep that in mind that this is going to be a one-dimensional attack for Tampa Bay in this game. Now you look at the Detroit Lions offense against the Bucks defense. I like the Bucks secondary has struggled all season. It was worse the first half of the season than the second half, so I'll give them that. But it's still not a very good pass defense. Devontae Smith went for like $150 last week, so I'm expecting Amon-Ra St. Brown to hit some yards, to hit some plays in this game. Jared Goff to do what he's been doing. And as long as he plays mistake-free football, I think the Detroit Lions passing offense is going to be pretty efficient at moving the ball in this game. And Tampa Bay's run defense has been pretty strong this season, outside of games where they had a lot of injuries in the front seven. But Detroit's one of the best running teams in the league. In fact, probably only behind the Ravens. So I think Detroit's been able to run the ball against everyone, even if you have a stout running defense. Minnesota had a good run defense, and Detroit went through them. The Bears went through them. So I think this game, the Lions' running game still has an advantage in this game, despite Tampa Bay playing pretty stout up front lately. So I think Detroit is going to have that balance in this game, both running and throwing, to be able to move the ball offensively. So then moving on to my pick. As I said, if this was the regular season, I would not have this game on here. I would not do this game. This is a 6-point spread. I actually like the Bucks because of the Detroit Lions pass defense to I like the Bucks to be able to hit a lot of pass plays downfield. I think they can hit some big shots in this game. Godwin, I think Mike Evans can have some big plays in this game. I think Detroit has an advantage in the running game, running the ball against Tampa Bay's defense, but not that much to where Detroit's going to go for 200 yards on the ground or something like that. I mean, Tampa Bay's going to get some stops on the ground as well. So I I like the 6 points, on the road. I think 6 points is a big number. Lions beat the Rams by 1 point at home. I think Tampa Bay is pretty similar in some ways to the Rams in the sense that they have a very good passing game. So I'm taking Tampa Bay with a +6 on the road. Yet again, if I was going to do this game at all, it would be just the Lions money line, right? Because I don't see Baker Mayfield in the NFC Championship game, but I'll take the 6 points on the road with the Bucks. Moving on. Kansas City at Buffalo. This spread has another spread that hasn't moved all week. It has remained at 2.5 point spread for the Bills. This is a rematch from a late season matchup between these two teams. It was in Kansas City, and Buffalo won in Kansas City 20-17. Now keep in mind that game was without Isaiah Pacheco, and also for the Chiefs, and also this was when the Chiefs were kind of in that offensive lull, right, where they were really struggling offensively. So, anyways, going into this matchup, you got the Chiefs passing offense and the Bills pass defense. Bills have a very, very good pass defense. It's played as one of the best in the league this season. But keep in mind, starting cornerback Rasul Douglas, he's ruled questionable right now with a knee injury. Still haven't heard. It's 9:15 in the morning. We still haven't heard if he's going to play or not. Um, I'm looking at this. Even if he does play a corner with a knee injury, it's not going to be 100%. There's going to be some impact there. A backup corner who's had to start because of injuries, Teron Johnson. He's questionable with the concussion, so we don't know if he's playing or not. And then another starting corner, Christian Benford, he's already been ruled out for this game. You also got a backup safety who plays a lot, Taylor Rapp. He's out for this game. So they got a lot of injuries on the back end for the Buffalo Bills. So that's why I kind of break it even as far as the matchup between the Chiefs passing offense and the Bills pass defense, because all those injuries on the back end against Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, they don't have an elite alpha dog at wide receiver, but he's going to find some guys open, I think, in this game. Chiefs running offense. Now Pacheco's in there against the Bills run defense that you can run the ball against. I think Pacheco is going to have some success on the ground in this game. Pacheco runs hard, and you couple that with Patrick Mahomes, and then focus on that passing game. The Patrick Mahomes passing offense. I think Pacheco's going to find some room to run in this game. Now you look at the match between the Bills offense and the Chiefs pass defense. Kansas City, what can you say? You guys have been paying attention. This is an elite secondary. They have locked up everybody this season. They locked up Diggs earlier in the season. And not only do you have that potentially happen again where they can lock up Diggs yet again, Snead out there is going to cover Diggs, probably going to follow him across the field. You have Gabe Davis is ruled out for this game. So now their number 2 is also missing in this game. So I know Josh Allen is great, but man, he might find it hard to throw in this football game because there might not be a lot of air holes in that secondary. Then you look at the Chiefs' run defense. Chiefs' run defense has been weak all season. Nothing really has changed from week 1 through the end of the season. Bills with James Cook running the ball. They're a very effective running game. I wouldn't be surprised to see Josh Allen also take off and hit some plays on the ground on some bootlegs and so forth in this game. So the Bills should have some success running the ball. Chiefs should have some success running the ball. So to me, it's going to come down to what quarterback makes the plays in this game for the win. So if this matters to you, and I don't know if it does, out of all 4 games this weekend, if you pay attention to the media and the talking heads and all that, this game right here has been picked as a popular upset pick. I'm also going Kansas City with the 2.5. If you can find KC with a 3, and even better yet, with 3.5, I would do that, right? This is going to be a close game. I mean, Bills, Chiefs. They played a 3-point game earlier in the year. They played a classic in the playoffs a few years ago. This is going to be a one-possession game. Now, what one possession is that going to be? That's hard to say. So that's why I say a low stakes play. If I could find a 3 and 3.5 somewhere, I'd jump all over that. But I'm gonna go ahead and take Kansas City with a plus 2.5. It's gonna be a tight game. They could potentially win this game with all these Bills injuries. But anyways, that wraps it up. If you like the content, please like, follow, subscribe, all of that. As you're gonna see my YouTube handle here in a few seconds. Take care.